He is. He is.
You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on. You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, America welcomes you to this little thing we call the Tuesday Night Flight. As you see, the world shrunk it down and it made it for only the two of us to entertain you today. It's the dynamic duo, as we always call ourselves. It's the Gentleman Jack Carr, it's the Midnight Rider, it's the Tuesday Night Flight. Now, when I'm done, we done with this show tonight. All right, y'all gonna put your heads on your pillows. You're gonna fall asleep. You're gonna wake up tomorrow, sometime around 8 or 9 a.m. You're gonna get in your car. You're gonna drive to work. Now, what you do when you're driving to work is, if you want the audio version of this, you can get that tomorrow morning, and that's available on Odyssey. It's on Podbean, Podbox, iHeartRadio, all of that. So you can get this, what you getting right now, live in the living color, baby. You can get it tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Live and direct in your ear, baby. Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, Tuesday Night Flight. What we're gonna do is, like we always do, we take you on a flight around the sports world, one sport at a time, one headline at a time. We got some breaking news coming in that I didn't even have a chance to make a banner for, but we'll talk about it real quick. But with that being said, gentlemen, Jack Carr, how you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. Midnight Rider, I got some amazing news tonight right before airtime, man. You know,
I mean, I don't have a breaking news sounder, so go ahead and break the news.
Well, you know my daughter Cameron. Cameron had made the dean's list for this first semester, man. I'm so amped, so proud of her. She's sick right now. She come down with the flu a couple days ago, so she been on quarantine. So she gave me a little phone call pre-show to let me know the good news, man. And I'm just so happy. Me and my wife are so proud.
There we go, man. Bring it up. Hold on, let me see if we have anything in the archives to hook her up. Let me see.
I don't know.
Let's see. Check it out real quick. I don't know if we got that.
I probably could have put something in there, but I was working on other things.
We'll give it this.
Oh, yeah. What a shining moment. She don't know nothing about that.
Oh, and even better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, we had some breaking news come in right before the show started. I'm not sure if Jack was able to see it. It kind of broke with the gentleman on Unapologetic Sports. And before I even start into that, let me thank those gentlemen for having me on earlier. Literally, show ended like maybe 5-10 minutes ago. But we talked a little college football. Talked about the playoff system, so we got into that. With that being said, let's hit the comments before I even break the news. Let's see what we got here, because I know I was about to say Anthony gotta be here.
Hey, what's up, Anthony?
So Anthony says hi.
My man.
Now, whoa, Jack, did you become a grandfather again? If you did, congratulations. No, that's Matt. Matt's the one that became the grandfather, not Jack.
Yeah. No. And then we got somebody creeping and crawling down there. You see somebody creeping?
And it says, congratulations to PG finest daughter.
Oh, thank you. That must be from Lee Ice.
Exactly. What up, fellas? Finishing up the basement while listening. There you go, man. And then new face, new name. Maybe I don't remember this name, but Chris Harwood says, "Congrats, Jack."
Oh yeah, Chris Harwood, man. He played ball. He was a bowling alley dude. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Chris. Thank you.
You bowling alley dudes, man. Y'all thick as thieves, man.
Yes, indeed.
Because I think Keith was a bowling alley dude, right?
Yeah, Keith was part-time, but yep, he bowled. Leroy bowled. That's how I met Leroy when we was probably about 15, 16 years old in youth league.
Yeah. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the Tuesday Night Flight. It's me and the gentleman Jack. Now, normally on Tuesdays, we give you a list. You made the list, and it's the top 5 QBs. Well, with the Heisman being awarded last weekend, we're kind of going to shy away from that for right now. But what we did come up with is an idea. I don't have a great name for it, but it's a list. But it's the 5 guys in college this season that you liked. So this isn't us. So Anthony, before you get started, it's not us saying these are the best 5 college football players. These are just 5 guys that we liked this season, and they stood out. They caught our eye and everything. All right. So I know, and Anthony, I don't have any Miami players, so don't be mad at me now.
Never do I.
So do we want to do this traditionally as we do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the list, or do we want to just say, here's my 5?
You got me on that one there.
All right, we'll do it traditionally, baby. Number 5. Go with it, Jack.
Oh, shit. Number 5. Number 5. This is going to surprise you a little bit. And I'm probably going to have 2 surprises for you, but I did watch this squad. This squad won me a little cheddar this year, too. 2 upsets, I picked them. And this is a wide receiver out of UConn. His name is Skylar Bell. And the reason I got Skylar Bell on there is not because of his yardage or his touchdowns. It's because of how many receptions he had this year. You don't often see college ball players get over 100 receptions. Skylar Bell, 101 receptions, almost 1,300 yards, and 13 touchdowns this year for a UConn Huskies team. Not saying UConn's the strongest team or has the strongest schedule, but still, you got to catch that rock 101 times to put numbers up like this. So I got Skylar Bell, number 5, Midnight Rider.
All right, real quick. The bat signal was answered. I didn't know if he was going to see it. All right, but we got the correspondent jumping in with us. But I'm gonna hit some comments so you can kind of get grounded and based. We're talking about the 5 guys in college football that we like this season. In the comments section, let's see where that lead off at. J Dub. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here it comes. Jack and Midnight. Man. I'm still getting an argument with other fan bases in NFL as a Dolphins fan telling me, Marino, all right, we're going to shelve that because we don't have you yet for that. All right. Jack and Ben, I'm guessing those are GOATs. I can't tell.
What's up, Josh?
And then, so Anthony says his number 5 is Chris Bell from Louisville.
Oh yeah. I've seen Chris Bell play. Mm-hmm.
Keith, I know you came in last minute on this. Do you have a top 5 for college football players this season? If so, give me your number 5.
What's up, boys? How you guys doing this evening?
Welcome to the hot seat.
So, I thought about this a little bit today. So I'm going to go with the receiver, Mekhi Lemon at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. No, Lemon's USC.
USC. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Got the S in it.
The Ohio State boy should have won the damn wide receiver award, in my opinion.
Yeah, but this dude is Sunday ready. I mean, he's a matchup nightmare already. I mean, I think he can play inside, outside. He's not vertically challenged at all. He can run the 9 route all day. So, Lemon's my number 5.
Yeah, there's a group, and I'll wait till everybody does their list and then kind of remind me, and let's go back and tag the wide receiver group in this class coming out. My 5 is a guy that just I saw something special that first night in Miami. My number 5 guy is CJ Carr. as a freshman starting, it's just something making it through the gauntlet. And I know that it wasn't the greatest schedule, but he recovered and made plays. So he's my 5. And it looks like the boss man has Caleb Downs as his 5. So let me see if we get another submission here. My number, hold on, Anthony. Let's hop back because Anthony likes false starts. All right, so let's go to number 4. Number 4 is Jack, number 4, baby.
Man, I had someone at number 4, Midnight Rider, and I had to scratch him. I had to scratch him off the number 4 spot. I did. I couldn't not put this guy on there. But I want to know, Midnight Rider, you started with a Golden Dome, as you call them. You gonna have 4 more Golden Domes on your list?
No, I only got 1 more.
I know which one it is, and it's my number 4, Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love's numbers are just tremendous. 18 touchdowns rushing, plus he's got 3 touchdowns receiving. Got about 350 yards receiving, and he's sitting on 1,400 yards rushing. So I had to bump Ahmad Hardy from Missouri from my number 4 spot and move Jeremiah Love to the 4 spot. So Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame running back, my number 4. Keith?
So I'm going to go with the guy from Vandy, and it's probably not the guy you think, but I don't know if you guys watch Eli Stowers for Vanderbilt this year. I mean, Pavia gets a lot of love. Why are you laughing?
Because I love this list. I love this group, dog. I never know what to expect when y'all do lists. And sometimes you just catch me off guard because I've seen Stowers, but I didn't put him on my list. But that's a great name.
It's who he likes.
Yeah, I mean, I got a theme. All but one of my guys we're going to see on Sundays. That's you probably expect that. But again, another dude.
Underclassman?
What's that?
Is he an underclassman? Is that why he's not playing on Sunday yet?
No, he'd be playing on Sunday next year for sure.
Okay.
But that's the theme. So no, he can block some. He's got to improve in that regard. But he was just a safety valve for Pavia all year long, start to finish. This dude, he's going to be a matchup nightmare. He's going to be a little bit too big for a safety, right? He's going to be too fast for a linebacker. So be curious to see how he's utilized at the pro level. He is going to have to, be able to block a little bit, But I got Stowers at 4.
All right, so it looks like the boss man at 4 has Reuben Bain Jr. from Miami, defensive end. Anthony, because I'm not going to post Anthony's because he has his whole list, and I want to unveil this as we go along. So Anthony's number 4 is Jacob Rodriguez, Texas Tech linebacker. So with that being said, my number 4 is a kid that just every time I popped on the tape stood out to me, and that's number 0, Arvell Reese from Ohio State. Every time I looked at them and I saw them play, he was just a monster. So that's my number 4. With that being said, let's just keep this thing moving. Hey, Jack, number 3. Who you got at 3?
Number 3. I'm going to throw a quarterback in the number 3 spot. The gentleman's thrown 30 touchdowns with only 5 picks. 68% completion percentage. This guy's almost got 3,700 yards this year. That's the quarterback of the Duke Blue Devils, Darian Mensah. I think Mensah is totally underrated. He's not getting the dap he should. I think you'll find out in the next league how good Darian Mensah is. I expect to see him late first round. I really do. So, Darian Mensah, my number 3. Keith, who you got number 3?
This is an easy one for me. I mean, his name's been mentioned. It's Jacob Rodriguez. I mean, he won the Butkus Nagurski Bednarik Awards. I mean, he's, again, first-round pick. You're going to be seeing him on Sundays. It's not a whole lot accolades I can give him that he hasn't already achieved and earned. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Rodriguez as my guy here.
All right, looks like the boss man is in full agreement with you. His number 3 is Jacob Rodriguez. My number 3 And I'm shocked that it's Anthony's number 3, but it's the Golden Dome of Jeremiah Love is number 3 on both of our lists. I'm not gonna go into too many details. You already know how I feel about Jeremiah Love. I think he gets taken somewhere in the 10 to 15 range, and somebody tries to recreate that Jahmyr Gibbs magic, drafting a running back higher than you want to, but knowing that you get the playmaking ability out of him. So it looks like we got a little bit on your boy Mensa. Jack, they're saying Mensa.
No, I'm looking at that. I'm looking. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool.
Please.
I just want to give you a heads up on that.
No, I wanted you to go ahead and read it, please. I'm sorry.
Oh no, so Anthony says, Jack, they're saying Mensa is going to come back and probably jump in the portal. That's gonna be interesting. I think that's a money play more so than anything else. With that being said, we are at the 2 spot. So number two.
In my number 2 spot, I got a linebacker as well. I do like the Rodriguez kid. I knew his name was going to be mentioned by many people in the comments and probably a couple of us. So I decided to pivot away from Rodriguez, not taking nothing away from the young man. But I'm going back up north. I'm going back up north to UConn. There's a linebacker up there named Brian Parham. He just all over the field, sideline to sideline type of backer. 10.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, 1 interception, and 116 tackles on the year. The boy is just making contact every time he can on the field. I'll tell you, I think Brian Parham is going to be a name you're going to hear much about as he moves on. So Brian Parham, linebacker, UConn, is my number 2.
Yeah, for me, for 2, it's a retread here, but it's Jeremiah Love. I mean, when you turn on the tape or watch his games, he's just different. He just has a different gait to himself, a glide to him. You can tell I said Jahmyr Gibbs is kind of what I see. He's a 3-down back, I think. I mean, he's a Bijan type of player. When you talk about liking someone, just loved his just the way he played the game. He's going to be a matchup nightmare, especially on 3rd down, like I said. So yeah, Jeremiah Love for me at 2.
All right, so we got Anthony for his number 2 is Eli Stowers, which his name was mentioned earlier. He says from the Rebels. Is that where he's from, or is he from Vandy?
He should be from Vandy. Yeah. Okay,
don't matter. Let's go with that. We got the boss man chiming in with a name that was just said, Arvell Reese. Let's read this one next. Jacob, to me, is a combination of Zach Thomas and Brian Urlacher. Interesting comparison.
Two Dolphins.
Love, to me, is basically what the Dolphins have in A-Chain. I disagree on that. I think A-Chain – no. I think A-Chain's a different type of back. I think Love can get down and dirty a little bit more than A-Chain can. So that's one reason I don't
A-Chain's lanky.
A-Chain is more of a flyer. Like, he'll get there and go, but I don't know if he likes to bump and grind. Yeah. So that's why I say he's a little bit different from Love. I think Love will bump and grind with you.
Almost like James Cook too, right? I mean, a little bit. Yeah.
That's a great name. I didn't even think about that. My number 2 is Jacob Rodriguez. I know we've all said this name, so that tells us we're all kind of in the same place, looking at the same stuff. With that being said, let's get to the coup de grace. Jack Cobb, number one.
Anybody that watches our show knows my number 1, man. Anybody. I'll give Anthony a couple seconds to type it in the bottom there, Anthony. Who's JC's number 1? He plays over here at this school called Vanderbilt. And that's that's Diego Pavia, man. I'm sorry. The man does it through the air and on the ground. He's a touchdown-making machine. 27 passing, 9 rushing. He's sick, man. And for as much as he throws the rock, he only had 8 interceptions. I don't think that's a bad deal. And the schedule he played to put those numbers up. SEC football, baby. Diego Pavia, QB, Vanderbilt. That's my number one, Keith. What you got up top?
All right, I'm gonna flip the script here and do something a little different. little different. This gentleman was a guest on our show this year on In the Passion Seat with Gentleman Jack.
Oh, my man.
His name is Ethan Goff. It was a pleasure to meet the kid. You could see his parents then raised him really right. He's doing great things within our community. Had a great career at the University of Maryland. Walked himself on, became a player. I think that's inspiring. That's somebody to look up to. I told his story to my daughter just a couple of days after we interviewed him. So hopefully some other younger kids have seen that interview and have been inspired by it. So let's go with the local product, Ethan Goff, University of Maryland, long snapper, as my number one. How about that?
Great choice, Keith.
I think Jack talked about Ethan. Every person we met on Saturday when we were at the Prince George's County Southern Maryland Challenge. So it's ironic, but it's actually perfect that you even brought him up in this conversation. So I appreciate you doing that, man.
Why not? Why not? You know what I'm saying? And talking at the football game the other day, Midnight Rider, I do the same thing when I'm out and about in public over here. Man, Ethan is just such a great young man. How can you not talk about him, you know? So
okay. So
that's a
Boss Man picked Keywan Lacey. I think he's the running back from Ole Miss.
Yes, he is. He was in my honorable mention.
Okay. And then let's see. That's an honorable mention. What is this? My surprise pick is Willis Clark. He had 2 kickoff and 2 punt
returns. Kent State.
Made me watch Kent State football again.
Yep.
Did I miss somebody? Because I thought somebody had my guy in theirs. Where's yep. All right, so Anthony and I are in agreement again with number one. My number one is Caleb Downs. I think Caleb Downs is going to be a knockout safety. If he makes it past 7, then somebody's high or drunk at the wheel. And I think he's one. He's not a. I don't want any Commanders fans to jump in here and be like, "Oh, Sean T. He wants Sean T." No, that's different. Sean Taylor is a dynamic athlete that you can't create unless you got a lab and you got a crazy scientist, a mad scientist, because
a cloning machine.
Move like it's to the point where even Ed Reed was like, "Yeah, Sean T." So I can't give anybody Sean T level until they do stuff that I haven't seen. And in the one game that always sticks out to me about Sean T is the Green Bay game where he ran sideline to sideline, picking off. He should have had 5 interceptions that day. I think he only had 2 or 3, but he was in there, man, the whole time.
That was Brett Favre, yeah.
And Favre kept chucking it. Like the funny part was Favre was like, "You ain't getting there," and he was like, "Yes, I am." And it was the beautiful thing, a stubborn quarterback going against a young, athletic guy.
Real quick, I got a request. I want to see Dorelis Clark and Lil Jordan Humphrey on the same team. I think that'd be
God, yo,
pretty cool because of their names.
It's that'd be a perfect Key and Peele skit.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and then what's my guy? My guy that went to Nebraska that got the air conditioning deal, Dakotas. It was a wide receiver. I forgot his last name, but his first name was Dakotas. Yeah, we got some names out there.
That's like that commercial, you know, the parents selling out their naming rights and shit at graduation, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That was a funny commercial.
The coldest Crawford.
Yeah, it is.
So I got, that's a tough list to make when you watch so much college ball. And I did try to get a little bit of defense and a little bit of offense and, not flood it with QBs. But my honorable mention, and like I said, I had Jeremiah Love there till I looked at the overall total, all numbers. and I had to bump Ahmad down, Ahmad Hardesty at Missouri, who was a hell of a running back as well. And then I got my guy over at Penn State. I love his first name, man, Katron Allen. We had a dude named Katron around my way, man. When Katron came, it was like Debo was coming, dude. Time to roll. We ain't mess around. And then I had Mekhi Lemon there. My guy Sawyer Robinson, man. I don't care if he's in Baylor and playing a little bit lighter schedule. The man can sling the rock. And then David Bailey, linebacker, Texas Tech. He had a sick defensive year. And also Caleb Downs from OSU. He is a Trump type safety, man. I can't wait to see what he does.
Keith, you got anything else?
No, if you look at the PFF grades, like for interior linemen and stuff, there's a guy out of Utah, Spencer Fano, Fano. He's going to be a top pick. He's a dog. He's like a Brandon Sheriff kind of type of mauler, interior guard. So be curious to see where he gets drafted. Should be, I'd probably first round pick. I mean, late first round, somewhere in there.
Well, you wait, Keith. This is going to be your first year doing draft coverage with us, man. I was a little bit, I'm cool, I'm all right. But Midnight Rider's all bowdy. He is bowdy drafting, grading, and rating. But I got into it, and it was a blast, Keith. It was fun as hell. So I can't wait for this year.
A couple more months at May.
Yeah, man. So we do it's KG's birth child. But the way we do our mock is we do it from 32 up. Yep. So each week we do like 5 or 6 teams, and we go back. And the reason we go in reverse order is because anybody can go from 1 to 32. Because then it's easy because you know what you're eliminating. Well, here when we go 32 up, you kind of have to you're not making a singular pick. You're saying these are my suggestions of where they could go.
Right.
So that's how we do it. Because now it becomes hard. Like, all right, well, this kid should be we know if a guy's in the top 5, I'm not gonna mention him at 32.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he's a top 10 guy, I'm not mentioning him at 32. We kind of use a couple mocks, and I just go off of those to try to figure out where I think teams will go in their strengths and their needs, man.
So you don't do the traditional alternate. Okay, so, Jack has the first pick, I have the second pick, you have the third pick, and they come off the board, and then we respond. Okay, got it.
Nah, we just do straight up. All right, here's what I think they can go, and you might name 2 or 3 names. You might name the same names we can do. I don't care. We just over here have fun.
That's different.
And then we sit down on draft day and have a blast with it, man. That was the fun part, I thought, trying to see how many we got right, because Matty Ice gets in it. His whole crew got in it. So we had everybody's draft thing to be able to check off who got what. And like I said, I was sour in the beginning. I was like, bah.
Oh man, we had to drag Jack along, kicking and screaming.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Good. It's good.
You did. Because they started in February and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, the draft ain't till May.
Especially right after free agency, you're starting to fill them needs in the draft. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we started that early, dog. I think we started right around in March. I know.
Exaggerating a little bit, but it was fun. I like I say, I'm like, why are we starting so early? Do your mock. They did like 20 mocks. I'm like, oh yeah, I better do a mock.
All right, so Anthony mentioned this name. I don't remember this name off the top of my head. If you guys have any file on, what are your guys' opinions on Elijah Surratt from Indiana? I think he's a wide receiver, from what my notes show. I don't have anything on him yet. My guy that popped on my radar this week was the kid Casey Concepcion from Texas A&M. He jumped into let's look at this guy play. But Anthony, thank you.
Yes, Surratt's from Stafford, Virginia.
Wide receiver.
Guys do that.
Okay.
I did not know he was DMV.
Yeah, he's gonna keep playing. Obviously, I mean, playing for the Hoosiers.
Sweet.
All right, so Anthony says my favorite offensive lineman is Emmanuel Paragon from Oregon, and his teammate at center. I'm not going to even bother trying to pronounce his name. Well, you can't pronounce it, you got it right, so I can pronounce it. But I know who the center is he's talking about. I love the center, but that guy's not going as a center. He's not going to either late first, early second, depending on his testing and his numbers.
Let me tell Anthony who my favorite offensive lineman is. My favorite offensive lineman, Anthony, is the whole Texas Longhorns line. All them big horses. That's who my favorite big boys over Texas, boy. I enjoy watching that line work, man. I watched them the other day. The center, the right guard, the right tackle, they all went head on. And the left guard, left tackle, and tight end just isolated a wall, man. It looked like a dumpster just blocking all those football players from the running back. It's amazing. And not many people watch football like that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I will. I'll sit and watch the backers, or I'll sit and watch the linemen. That Texas line is poetry, man.
Well, you mentioned a Texas line. Might as well talk about Arch real quick, right? Did he make he made the right decision to return. He had no other options.
Yes.
Right?
No.
I mean, he's going to make more money in college. He's going to end as a 6th-round pick anyway.
That's what I was going to say.
I think he's going to get pushed up the board no matter what. I think next year they found a running game. I think if they can get another receiver in with him, I think he'll flash into the second or 3rd round. I don't think he's gonna be 6. I think he'll be a 2 or 3 guy right now.
Yeah, his body's changing. I mean, he's becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? We've been watching him as a kid, man. 18, 19 years old, 20. You know, you start getting up 20, 21 years old, man.
Yeah, but I don't think he has elite anything. I don't think he has elite arm strength, elite athleticism,
really?
And he don't have elite size. So
did Peyton Manning?
How he's more than going to be, no matter what. I don't see how he's more than a 4th-round pick unless he balls the hell out next year.
I think he's going to ball out.
I think that's where the rubber meets the road. Because I trust me, Keith. I said the same thing when I watched him his freshman year. I was like, I don't see it. But because of that last name, I think he's gonna get pushed up the draft board a little bit. I don't think it's the right thing, but I think he will get pushed up a little bit. Real quick, Midnight Rider, crazy things have happened. The guy who the Eagles drafted, a defensive lineman from Georgia, was projected to go top 5. He fell to 32. I think that's the kid Nolan Jones that he's talking about. The problem with that was he had a bad physical. So that's what made him drop. When I say drop,
didn't Jalen Carter drop a lot?
Jalen Carter dropped to 10.
Okay.
You're supposed to be a top 3.
It was like the year before. I think Parsons dropped from top 5 to like 10 or 12. Carter dropped to 10. So we've had drops.
Nakobe Dean, maybe?
Huh?
Was it Nakobe Dean? Was he the other one that dropped?
Nakobe Dean fell out of the first 2 rounds.
Right.
He was a late pick as well. Checking in from the leader of the Sideline Junkies Pick'em League, Showtime Sarah says,
"Oh yeah,
drafted my guys based off hotness,
and dancing skills.
I don't know if he has to dance, Keith. I think he just has to be hot." Anthony says, "Jack, since you're a big trench bully guy, I'm gonna say check out because I don't think you looked at the right tackle from Miami."
I haven't seen it, but I will look into him.
Right.
Yeah, I do love seeing some nice line work, man. No doubt.
All right, and then Sanders draft drop will be crazy and kind of funny to me. That was probably one of the other few ones where it was drastic. I don't think we're gonna get into that.
Yeah,
guys, let's get out of this and get into the NFL. What's today? Today is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
All day long.
Let's see what we got here. Let's take a quick break, drop something that's coming up this week, and go from there. And why don't I see your thing? Oh, that's because it's the backgrounds. that would help, not being in the background. All right. Let's see what's going on, folks. That's the Wednesday night special in the passenger seat, 8 p.m. Jack has Coach Wooten tomorrow.
Yes, definitely. Coach Joe Wooten from Bishop O'Connell High School is going to be in. And man, he's just, I think he's over 500 wins over there. He's just had a phenomenal coaching career, and everyone, of course, knows his late father, the great legendary Coach Morgan Wooten. So who knows what kind of hoops we're going to get in tomorrow, but it should be fun.
All right. Chris Dooley says, hey, guys, you want to put a team back together? Not sure what that means.
Softball team.
Softball team. Yeah. What's up, Chris? Thanks, man.
All right, fellas. Well, we do a little thing every Sunday morning on the Sunday Rise. No better way to start your week off than with the Sunday Rise. And we do a thing called the Nickel, where we cover the 5 games that we think are important. Now, just so you know, 2 games prior to the highlights. 1 game, if we have a guest picker, is the guest pickers team. 1 is Buffalo. The other is the Commanders. So, unfortunately, this week we did have 1 game that didn't have any ramifications with the playoffs, but it was our team, so we had to pick it. But let's lead off with the show. If anybody has the stats on this, you can run through them. It's the Lions versus the Rams. Rams 41, Lions 34. I'll start with you, Jack. Just your thoughts on the ball game.
This game, it was different than I thought. I thought the Detroit was going to really solidify their end run to this season, their playoff run. But to let the Rams, they was down by 10 in the first half, and then they just turned it on in the second half and put up 20 quick points. So this is the 8th victory in the last 9 for the Rams. Detroit, wide receiver Jameson Williams had one hell of a game with 7 receptions, 134 yards, and a TD. But Detroit's running backs, the Rams limited Detroit's running backs from getting the big runs, guys. You didn't see Gibbs or Montgomery. I think their longest run was 10 yards. So the Rams limiting Detroit's running backs from getting the home run was key to this. So the Rams lost Devontae Adams, hamstring, probably could lay low. And if the Rams can continue and get that first round bye, I'd expect Adams to be back for their playoff run. So up next for the Rams, they're going to Seattle. Tough defense. That's going to be a Thursday night game, and that's going to be for the overall lead in the NFC. So that's going to be this Thursday night, guys. Seattle, LA Rams. And then Detroit's got Pittsburgh again. Pittsburgh's, as I hear somebody on our show says, they just a little janky, man. I think that's a Midnight Rider word, janky. They get wins somehow, Midnight Rider. I do not know how Pittsburgh does it. They ain't got no running game. And Rodgers is just flicking the ball left and right, dinking dunks, in my opinion. I ain't seen him throw a deep ball in a minute. So what'd you see in this game, Keith? Detroit, LA Rams.
Well, I mean, the Rams have the Adams injury moving forward. That's going to be a problem. Like you said, they can limp to the playoffs and maybe win the division wild card. We'll see how that shakes out. But Detroit couldn't run the football at all. I mean, Gibbs had 13 carries for 38 yards, right? All of a sudden, the Lions couldn't run the football. Another thing that Campbell wasn't in a position to lose the game for him, so that was a good thing if you're a Detroit fan. But this game was about the receiver play. St. Brown and Nakua were both ridiculous guys. Insane. 7-11, always open. I mean, it was contested catches, wide open, run after catch. I think it had a little bit of those players are elite. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum's getting more and more carries, guys, and they're mixing them in to keep Williams a little fresh. But Midnight Riders guy Williams played well. He had 15 carries, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Lions are on life support, right? I mean, they got some work to do here, especially with Chicago playing so well. Green Bay losing gives them a little bit of life, and Minnesota's all of a sudden caught a little fire last couple weeks. So, how about you, Ryder? What you got?
Minnesota's eliminated though.
Are they eliminated from playoffs? They're still a tough out. They're still a tough out.
Right. They got eliminated from the Sunday games. By the time they played Dallas at 8:30 or whatever it was, they were notified. Yeah.
All right, real quick.
Flores defense is going to be, it's going to bring pressure and force your hand for sure.
Definitely.
You guys covered everything real quick. Shout out to Jared Goff for 338 passing on 25 of 41 and 3 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford still continuing his MVP-like season, 24-38, 368, 2 touchdowns. You brought up my guy, Kyron Williams. You brought up Nakua. The guy that's been stealing some touchdowns is Kobe Parkinson. I want to say he's the tight end for the Rams. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came away with 5 receptions, 75 yards, and 2 TDs. And you covered the Amron and the Jameson Williams thing. In terms of this ball game, I thought this was going to be the type of ball game it was. I thought we were going to get us a shootout. Oh no, this ain't no pew pew. We got to break up the real guns for this one.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
There we go.
Yeah, you got to make that happen. But I thought the Rams would win it because the Rams just seem, I don't know what it is. They got something going right now. And I even think this is a positive that they don't have Adams for a couple of weeks because he can rest it up. It's a hamstring. I think if they can get past Seattle, I think they won't bring them back for the rest of the regular season and let them go first week of the playoffs or the second week of the playoffs. Get some rest in there. Don't risk it.
I agree.
Maddie says it's crazy that Detroit can miss the playoffs. And then he says week 16 will need a dime instead of a nickel. So many big games. It's gonna be tough, but yeah. Well, the good thing is I think we got a couple Saturday games, so you get some of the Saturday stuff out, and then you still should be able to get because that takes out the Commanders and the Eagles, which wouldn't normally be on the list. Well, it would be because of our team, but we get that out, and then you get whatever the Chicago Packers game out on Thursday as well. So we got some wiggle room. With that being said, let's go ahead and head into the next ball game. This ball game had some significant interest in terms of player injuries and things of that nature. You got the Broncos 34, the Packers 26. Unfortunately, Green Bay walks out of this ball game without Micah Parsons, tears his ACL. On the Green Bay side of the ledger, Jordan Love 276 yards passing, 1 TD, 2 INTs. Josh Jacobs 73 yards rushing, 1 TD. Receiver wise, it's kind of an empty slate. I mean, not empty slate, but kind of 3 guys are the same thing. Golden, 3 receptions, 55 yards. Jalen Reed, 5 receptions, 55 yards, and Luke Musgrave, 4 catches and 52 yards. So it was nothing spectacular from their passing game. On the other side of the ledger, Bo Nix, 23 of 34, 302, 4 TDs. RJ Harvey, 19 carries, 65 yards, a touchdown. And then Cortland Sutton, 7 catches, 113 and a TD. Troy Franklin, 6 catches, 85 yards and a TD. And Lil Jordan Humphrey with 3 receptions, 42 yards and a touchdown. With that being said, let's go ahead and pass that on to the gentleman Jack.
Well, definitely, man. Bo Nix, 4 TDs, helped lead Denver to the victory, man. The Pack lose Parsons. That really hurts. And then Pat Surtain comes up with a big pick late, in the third quarter to turn this thing around for Denver to win their 11th straight, man. I think where this game got decided was in the red zone. If you look at Denver, 4 for 4 in the red zone. You look at Green Bay, 1 for 4 in the red zone. Red zone, that's where you live or die. So Love was spraying the ball around. He found 9 different receivers, but Bo Nix just made it happen. He avoided sacks. Got 0 sacks out of the Green Bay defense. Green Bay penalties gave them a damn problem. It wasn't as bad as that game the other night with Atlanta. Jesus Christ, I think Atlanta had over 20 penalties. It was a great win for Denver. You look for Denver to keep up this winning and then rest their guys the last couple of weeks of the season. I feel for anybody that's got Denver players on their fantasy squad. But up next for Green Bay is Chicago at Chicago. That's going to be a big game. Big game in that rider. And then up next for Denver, they're going to go down to Jacksonville and see what Trevor Lawrence is made, because you're going to send that defense. They're going to send the dogs at Trevor, and we're going to see if he can handle it. So that's the way I saw the Green Bay-Denver game. Keith, what did you see?
One thing I love to see is the atmosphere in Denver. Man, it's good to see that again out of their fan base. That pass rush. I mean, I think I made a comment on Drive Time yesterday. I mean, it's the pressure. It feels immediate. I mean, when the Commanders played them, you could see that it jumped off the screen. I was like, maybe it's Josh Connolly having trouble. Nah, every week they're getting immediate pressure. But really, I mean, the story of this game was Bo Nix. Yeah, I've been in the prove it every week, and now Bo Nix, he's come through the other side of it. 4 touchdowns, a 134 QB rating. He outplayed Love, right?
He did.
Love had a 68 quarterback rating. So and he got Reed back. I like Green Bay moving forward with Wicks and Watson and Dobbs, Golden and Reed. I mean, that is a plethora of, you would think, good receivers. They got to figure out that. I mean, that's going to be on LaFleur to kind of make that right. But the Broncos got it going. RJ Harvey started to look more of the part, getting rolling a little bit, 65 yards in the TD, like Midnight Rider said. Mims is opportunistic. He's a deep threat. He takes the lid off the defense, and then Sutton really kind of imposed his will on the corners of Green Bay, especially as a possession guy. So, good. Denver's going to be a problem, especially if they get home field advantage for sure. Midnight Rider.
I like that. You got Mute Monster.
Mute.
It's called Mute Monster, Keith.
My bad. I was pouring something, so I'm just trying to keep that off the air. In regards to this ball game, the Broncos did their thing. I think Bo Nix has proven to be the guy that we thought he was going to be. I said he was going to be perfect for Sean Payton, a baby Breeze to some effect. And I think that's kind of what happened. The problem now is the Packers got 2 problems. 1, they got a lot of young receivers. 2, those young receivers don't like to catch the football all the time. And that's what hurts them a lot. And then 3, Mr. Watson, I know he left the game with a shoulder injury, but I don't know how serious it is. I don't think it was as serious as they thought. So he's going to be back, but he's another situation where when you lose Parsons and Watson in the ball game, that's a long road to hoe for this.
That's true. Watson stays hurt. Hurt.
Yeah. And Wicks, 1 week Wicks could catch everything you throw to him. The next week he out there fighting the football like it's a punching bag. So real quick, Matty Ice says Denver is legit. I agree. And then Anthony says from the beginning, I said this game was a bad matchup for the Packers because teams struggle with the altitude. We'll give you that.
I get with that too. Yeah.
And then Josh Walker, my guy is here, baby. The correspondent fan club, baby. Make things happen when we get a time, baby. With that being said, let's go ahead and push down the ledger. This ball game was brought to us by our guest picker. What was his name again, if you remember?
Caleb Davila. I
wasn't going to pronounce that last name right. That's why I had you do it.
I was texting with Caleb after the Cowboy game, and I feel we both have the same opinion. Cowboys just shot themselves in the foot. But go ahead, Midnight Rider.
I know the Vikings 34, Cowboys 26. This was the Sunday night ball game. Big numbers from this ball game. Number 9, as he likes to be referred to, 15 to 24, 250 yards passing. 2 TDs and an interception. Aaron Jones, 12 carries, 34 yards. And then Jordan Addison, 2 receptions, 66 yards, as well as TJ Hawkinson, 4 catches for 66 yards. On the Dallas Cowboys side of the ledger, Dak Prescott, 23 of 38, 294. Javonte Williams, 15 carries, 91 yards, and 1 touchdown. CD Lamb, 6 catches, 111, but no TDs.
Nope.
With that being said, Vikings 34, Cowboys 26. How did you see this ball game?
Well, first of all, we're going to talk about, this Dallas Cowboy team. It's been such a crazy up and down season, fellas, for the Cowboys. 3 weeks ago, they was beating, Philadelphia Eagles, Detroit Lions, looking like best thing since sliced bread. And then they go out here and shit the bed against the Minnesota Vikings. The numbers weren't bad for the Cowboys. Cowboys actually ran more plays than Minnesota. They got 100 more yards in Minnesota. Red zone, that's where it hurt the Cowboys. 2 for 5, Minnesota 3 for 4. Total plays, Cowboys 33, Minnesota 27. So Dallas had all the ample opportunities to get this. But third downs for Dallas. Dallas was 2 for 12 on third downs in this game, dude. I don't understand. Williams was running hard. I don't understand how Dallas lost this game. I really don't. But one of the key plays I liked, I think it was first half, maybe even first quarter, the fake field goal by Aubrey. And everybody knows Aubrey, he one of the bangingest kickers in the league today. I mean, the holder got the ball, and the holder just flips it over his shoulder like this as Aubrey runs by, and he ran to the first down and fell down like a little bitch. I'd at least ran out of bounds, dude. But he is a kicker, so Pat McAfee, don't let him hear that. But Aubrey also kicked a 51 and a 59-yard field goal in this game, both bombs. I don't know how Dallas lost this game. The numbers say Dallas won, y'all, because it wasn't like the ball was on the carpet or over a whole bunch of interceptions. They just couldn't convert on third down. And it's not the same team I seen beat Philly. So I don't know. Keith, did you check this out?
Yeah, I mean, and Dallas also had 32 minutes of time of possession too. So I mean,
yeah.
And Aubrey missed 2 field goals, by the way. That changed the dynamic of the game a little bit in the first half as well. So, but I got to get into something because I'm a selfish person. What the hell? How has Minnesota scored 65 points the last 2 weeks? And Jefferson's got 38 yards receiving, whatever it is, 44 yards receiving. Is that even mathematically possible? So, yeah.
Maybe they're going in a different direction. I don't get it either.
Well, he's going to go in a different direction, too, if they don't start throwing him the damn ball. I'm going to tell you that now. So
I agree.
So, yeah, I mean, I love the exotic looks. Flores, I wonder if he could be a head coach again. I know there's a lot of turmoil there, but he's doing a lot with a little. I just love his timely pressures. Love the way he calls the defense. But yeah, Dallas shot themselves in the foot over and over again. CD did his thing. Aubrey missed the 2 field goals. That played more of a effect in the game than you think. And Dallas was 2 for 12 on third down. I think the game was lost right there. So, yeah. I mean, that Ryder, what say you, bud?
No, I think you just said it the best, man. 2 for 12 on third down is a killer right there. I think the other thing that happened was just Dallas defense. There's a great play online where it's a goal line situation, and the linebacker runs to the absolute wrong hole on the other side of the play. And the fullback goes through the hole untouched. Like, I don't know what the linebacker was looking at. I don't know what happened, but it's been a reel on my timeline all day, the last 2 days. So that's the crazy part about that, is this guy's just, and this isn't the first time like he's made a bad play or they've pointed him out. It's the dude Kenneth Murray. I think he's a linebacker from Oklahoma, if memory serves me correctly. He's just been getting pointed out the whole season. It's just picking the wrong play or the wrong hole to go through, or either getting juked out or whatever it is. So I think that's kind of the way that the Cowboy season has kind of gone. So I think that's just the antithesis of what they've been this year.
I agree.
All right. Comment. I believe Dallas lost the game because Minnesota scored more points than Dallas.
That's real high level analysis. High level.
Hey, that's a Madden, man. With that being said, next up on the ledger, because we're gonna do this Commanders Giants game last because it doesn't deserve any kind of billing. We got the Bills and the Patriots. Jack hit me with a note during this ball game because I have Travion Henderson in our sideline.
Cookie.
He had two rushing touchdowns for over 50 yards. But with that being said, Bills 35, Patriots 31. Josh Allen with 193 yards passing, 3 TDs. James Cook 107 on the ground, 2 TDs. Khalil Shakir with 5 catches and 65 yards. Dawson Knox 3 catches, 37 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the other side of the ledger, Drake May 14 to 23, 155 and an interception. Trayvon Henderson 14 carries, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. Drake May with 4 carries, 43 yards and 2 touchdowns. My man Matt Collins actually came in with shoes for this ball game on his feet and a shirt. That's a plus. But he had 4 catches for 41 yards. With that being said, Bills Patriots 35-31. What's your thoughts, fellas?
That's it, man. Bills Patriots, Foxborough, Massachusetts, man. 32 degrees, light snow, just light snow. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Josh Allen plays in the snow. But the thing is, New England owned the first half, in my opinion. But Josh Allen and the Bills dominated the second half as they rallied from 21 points down. This is Buffalo's third comeback from 10 points down. Plus, they did it against Baltimore and they did it against Cincinnati. Allen did Allen things. 3 touchdowns. Cooked. That's the best way I can say it. Cooked. 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. Matt Milano. How do you say it? Matt Milano. Couple sacks for that big guy. 10 tackles. Dalton Knox. 2 touchdowns for that cat. He's got 26 touchdowns now. That's a franchise record for the Buffalo Bills by a tight end. So big props to Dalton Knox. You go over to New England, man. Travion Henderson, man, what he's doing. And Midnight Rider, that's one of his guys out of the draft. I liked him as a running back out of the draft. The runs were 52 and 65 yards for touchdowns yesterday, Midnight Rider. And he's got four runs over 50 yards this season. And he's the second player in NFL history to have 2 games with 2 touchdowns over 50 yards. Either of you might know who the gentleman is that he tied.
Chris Johnson.
Stop playing. Yes, it's Chris Johnson.
Come on, dude.
Damn, thought I had a son.
Yeah. From what university?
Well, he played for the Cincinnati Bengals. He played for Cincinnati Bengals, and he went to
No, Chris Johnson was Tennessee Titans.
I was going to say Florida.
No.
Where's he at, Keith?
I think it's East Carolina, but I got to look
ECU.
it up. I don't know.
Pirates.
I don't think he's a Pirate.
No.
East Carolina. Yep, I just looked it up.
Okay.
ECU. But, yeah, that's how I seen that game. It was cold. Josh Allen just took over in the second. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills took over, not just Josh, because Milano was swarmed. The defense just turned it on. I'd love to have heard that chit chat at halftime is what I'd like to have heard, because they made some great adjustments and came back and smacked New England in the mouth. This ain't the last time we're going to see these two match up, I don't think. So, Keith, what'd you see?
So I didn't see the game. I was watching Red Zone on one TV and the Commanders on the other.
Oh, I
watched. But in the first half, I mean, the Patriots are running the ball at will. I mean, you mentioned Henderson had 48. Stevens had another 50. May had 48. I mean, that's going to be, from a high level.
Henderson had 148.
148.
Oh,
Stevenson had 50, and Drake May had 43. So that's a big chunk of change. The Bills got to fix that. I mean, obviously, Superman put his cape on and did his thing. McDermott's defense which I have a hard time trusting. He got it right, in the second half. To his, to your credit, Jack. Good point. Like, that halftime speech must have been something else to get their attention. So I'm looking at the Bills moving forward. We don't think Lamar's going to be in the mix. Joe Burrow needs a hug, right? Mahomes is out of it, right? The Chiefs are out of it. Like, it's the time is up, right? The only thing I worry about the Bills right now is running into the Texans, because we've seen that movie earlier in the season.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Because they don't, they played a solid defense that obviously, Josh had trouble with early in the year. So we'll kind of see how that's the matchup I want to see in the playoffs. But it's on Josh now. I feel like, and McDermott both on the hot seat here. They're going to have to at least get to the Super Bowl.
Well, the Bills go to Cleveland next, so they're going to have more cold weather and they're going to have more defense in their face. So I just think they'll score more than Cleveland. That's all.
Yeah, they will. They're gonna give Shador mixed looks and stuff in the back end and try to confuse him.
Mm-hmm. And then New England's got Baltimore, guys, next week at Baltimore.
Yeah, pretty much a must win for both, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because Baltimore gets to a spot where they can't. I don't think they can win it if they lose this week.
They got to win their division. No, ain't no wild card coming out of there.
Is that the Sunday night? Is that the Sunday night game?
I don't know if
I haven't seen the schedule.
Sunday night or not.
It deserves to be. I'll look it up.
All right. So on my side, Bills, Patriots, I think I saw a stat, or the stat that I saw was that the Bills had 4 straight possessions where they scored touchdowns in this ball game, and that's how they made the comeback.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's the first thing that stood out to me. The Henderson runs, I kind of expect him to have runs like that. I think he's gonna be one of those guys that almost like, I don't think he would ever be a Chris Johnson type, but he can have that type of effect where he makes these long runs in ball games and helps create plays for his offense. I think this is a ball game that I think the Bills just dug down and they had to have it. And I think this is one of those situations where I think the Patriots learn more or get more from losing this ball game than they would if they won this ball game, because now they kind of understand that they have to keep the pedal to the metal. They have to keep pushing the tempo. They can't wait for the team to come back to them or fall off or anything like that. So that's just kind of how I see it.
I see that. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's hit this one comment.
And that game is the Sunday night game of the week. Baltimore, New England. Yes, indeed.
And then I'm not sure if this is reference to the Bills Patriots. I'm guessing it is. He said best game of the week, so I'm gonna give him that because it was to stay on topic.
It was as we announced it. I mean, I know somebody said Green Bay that Green Bay game is going to be the game of the week, but I really thought this one here was going to be the eye opener for all of us. And I did. I watched this game. I didn't watch Commanders game too much. I was surprised we won.
All right, so let's get to the game that the surprise, I guess, for Jack Carr. But no, It's the Commanders versus the Giants. The Commanders 29, Giants 21. In this ball game, you have Marcus Mariota go for 211 and a touchdown. Bale, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, 18 carries, 96 yards and a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 3 receptions, 69 yards and a TD. On the Giants side of the ledger, Jackson Dart, 20 of 36, 246 yards passing, 2 TDs and 1 bad interception. On the other side of the ledger, Tyrone Tracy, 15 carries, 70 yards and a touchdown. And then the big yardage guy receiving wise is Theo Johnson, 3 receptions, 72 yards, but no TDs. But Wan'Dale Robinson did step in with 5 receptions, 54 yards and a TD. With that being said, guys, you guys take it away.
Well, I tell you, Washington stops their losing streak at 8. The Giants' losing streak reaches 8. Washington scored 22 first half points to almost give New York the game in the second half. So it was a tale of two halves in which Washington almost gave the game up. And the loss moves the Giants closer to a top pick. It was windy and cold out there. I heard Jackson Dart say something, "I've never gone this long without a win in my career." Well, if you watch this game, you've seen that Jackson Dart went back to the blue tent. He keeps going back to that blue tent. He ain't going to have a long career. So somebody needs to talk to that young man and keep him out of that blue tent, because he did clear concussion protocol and return to the game. And then on the Washington side, you got to give Jalen Lane some dap. Let me do it right now. Jalen Lane, dap, bro. Nice punt return. You look like you could take it to the house every time you field a punt. I really feel that way about you since the preseason. So Von Miller got another sack. Give Von a little bit of dap. Krosky-Merritt. I've been saying this all year, and it hasn't happened. It's been running back by committee, 13 carries for this guy, 16 carries for that guy. If you give Krosky-Merritt 20, 25 carries a game, he's going to give you a buck. I don't know. Let's get a running back, man. I don't like this running back by committee shit. You look at the winning teams, man. Most of them got a bull and 2 backups. This one here, we got 3 guys getting equal carries. Why? It's not a merry-go-round. So that's just something about the Washington offense I don't understand. Build a workhorse running back. We haven't done that since Alfred Morris. Give somebody the ball 20, 25 times a game. So that's how I felt about it. This here was just a game of 2 teams that aren't having that great of a season. So, Keith?
Yeah, I mean, Jack, you summarized everything pretty good. I mean, I'd like to thank Noah Brown for participating in the 2025 NFL season. You talk about botching something. Mm-hmm. This team, oh my gosh, don't get me started. Just a couple things that I liked. I do like Tyrone Tracy as a player. I think he's got something. Mm-hmm. He called a TD and ran really, really hard. As you referenced, Jack, I mean, these fumbles at the end of the game, I thought we were trying to move up in the draft. I mean, that was unacceptable. You know, you talked about Bill. Bill just needs to be a little more patient. He cuts violent as hell, but it's almost like he just needs to just calm down just a touch. You know, I don't know if there'll be change with the running back coach. Obviously, they got a good one there, but he just needs to be a touch more patient, I think. And I think there was more. There was 140 yards. He could have had a bigger day than what was there. You know, I mean, Terry's got to have. I know Terry had the long touchdown, but he's got to have more than 3 catches, guys. 3 targets. I mean, this is insane. Debo with 3 catches. We mentioned on the Sunday Rise, we talked about Ben Sinnott. They didn't feature him at all. I mean, they ran one sort of design play for him at the end and got a big time 3rd down, and McNichols fumbled on the next play. But these next couple of weeks, we need to see if he's got something in him. I know he can be kind of Chris Cooley-esh with the ball in his hand once he gets it. The problem is, can he get open and can he catch it? So, I mean, two real bad teams. They both played like it. they're both looking forward to next year. So Midnight Rider, what you got?
Yeah, I got something similar to what you have. I'll give you the layup trivia question, which is by Jalen Lane returning that kick in this ball game for a touchdown. It is the first time since the Washington football team, Commanders, Redskins have had 2 punt returns in the season since what return man?
B. Mitchell.
Here you go. Real simple, real easy.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Figured it was a trick question. I would have said Mike Nelms. But.
Oh, well, speak, Keith. I got a football helmet over there signed by Brian Mitchell and Mike Nelms. That's some tight shit right there.
That's
Jason.
nice. That's nice.
So in this ball game, just watching the game, I think Washington had 2 points in this ball game. There's a punt by Tress Way that goes from like our 10 to their 28. And then that next drive sets up Von Miller gets a sack. There's, I think, another penalty. And it sets up the Giants to punt from their end zone, which sets up the Jalen Lane touchdown. And I think that's where the ball game changed. And then the Mikey Samuel interception is another one because that gets us to the 22. Unfortunately, I don't know what there are moments when Mariota, I see why Mariota isn't a starter. I'm going to say it that way. He has these moments, these plays where he forgets that he has either a football in his hands or that he's a quarterback. I don't know what it is, but he does it at least once a ball game. He did it against Denver where he has the play where he's in the pocket. There's nobody around him, but he decides to act like he's about to run, and then he throws the ball, and when he throws the ball, it's an interception because I don't know who the heck he's throwing to.
He likes to jump up in the air when he throws it too. I don't know why.
And then the other one, I can't remember who we were playing. I think this was the Chicago game, but he throws an ugly pick to the sideline. No, it's Dallas. It's way late. There's no way he should have thrown the ball over that way. And it's just one of these moments where he has these brain farts. I think he's a great backup, but I think that's all he can be.
That's always
been.
The
Commanders has some big plays from Terry. I think you can see, like, it's like they have these moments where you see relics of last year and how good they could be or they should be. But the problem is they, for whatever it is, it hasn't come together. And it's not like form. It's like, you're expecting this nice, pretty vase, but unfortunately, you got to remember that your third grader made it. So it's going to be lumpy and clumpy, and it's not going to be as perfect as it would normally. And I think that's what they are. They're third grade kids project that the mom has to put on the refrigerator and say, "Oh, baby, it looks good." But I mean, this team hasn't been right all season, man.
I'm hoping that the Ertz injury dictates some things for this offense where they're going to have to figure out ways to get Terry open, figure out is it Sinnott the guy or is it somebody else? Jalen Lane, get that security blanket gone, right? And experiment with other options here these last 3 weeks of the.
I think that's what's going to happen these next 3 weeks. I just hope that Mariota actually plays a good quality version of quarterback that we can see that. Because that's where the play comes in. Will he give us enough?
The brotherhood is back. I'm
going to say no comment.
Fellas, have y'all seen the weekly leaders from this week? You know who was on top in passing
NFL?
Yards this week? Yes, NFL weekly leaders. Who was on top? My guy over there in Atlanta.
Trevor Lawrence? No.
Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins threw for 373 with 3 touchdowns. Now, talking about old Trevor over there, my man threw 5 tutties. 5 touchdowns for Trevor. That's impressive. I really am curious if Trevor's going to be able to handle these last 3 games and punch Jacksonville and do a nice playoff run. I'd like it because, as I say, I am a Trevor Lawrence fan. He's a hell of a nice guy. And then the Russian leader, Travion Henderson, all the rest was just like 105 yards. But Travion, 148, averaging 10 yards a carry. And then listen to this wide receiver leaders, guys. You got Nakua, 181, no touchdowns. Pitts, 160 and 3 touchdowns. Trey McBride from the Arizona Cardinals, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. 2 of those guys are on my fantasy squad. Yeah, I put a big number up this week.
Going back to Jacksonville, there's a guy there that's doing his best Deron Payne impersonation, and that is ETN.
Deron Payne. Oh, yes.
Contract year ETN. I mean, he is balling out. Finally, there's been a coach that understands that he has to live on the edge. He's not he can't stay healthy, one, and he can't run between the tackles. You have to get him on the perimeter. And they're doing that here now. And he's
Ask Midnight Rider. Ask Midnight Rider about Travis.
Talk to me. I got to hear it now.
Favorite player.
Oh, I don't believe in any running back with the last name ETN because I believe if you breathing them too hard, they're gonna fall. So the fact that they've done a lot of this outside zone stuff helps him because he doesn't get that contact because he's not a between the tackles guy. He's not gonna bump and grind. He's not a thumper. And I think the way the scheme is set up, it works for him. But yeah, I'm with you. I think this is a contract year version of ETN. I'd put it in these terms. I'd date him, but I wouldn't marry him.
You'd rent, you wouldn't buy.
Yep.
I think he's going to stay there in Jacksonville.
I think so too, but I think
somebody's going to be enamored with this season. Somebody's going to pay him.
Him and Trevor like this, man. They played together 4 years. They like this.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Dollar bills, y'all.
All right. Well, that covers the slate for this weekend. Let's get into the closeout and close this thing out and get on with the rest of our evening, fellas. I know you guys are so into basketball that you know that the NBA Cup finals are on tonight.
Right now.
You guys have made that your must-see TV for the evening. Knicks are up by 124-23 over the Spurs. Just so you know, whoever wins this ball game will be putting up a banner. So
I don't know about that. They was arguing about that.
You keep saying you don't know.
They're not like your Bama team, dude. They are not putting a Bama banner like this up in the Garden. No way.
Dude, they have to. It's going to be league mandated.
Well, put it by the bathroom then. That's something. No, let's be.
I understand. Look, hold on.
Just because y'all did it, it's mandated now.
No, you're not listening.
You're putting it in the Garden.
The league is trying to push this tournament as something more important. So they're going to put banners up, whether you like it or not. It's not because you can disagree with me all you want, but it's the truth. It's just if the commissioner's coming out and this is his thing and the biggest thing that he's pushing, you're not going to get away without putting up banners and putting up representation of this tournament.
Of this little tournament.
I'll be watching Towson, Kansas. That's what I'll be watching.
Yeah, if you win this little mid-season tournament and you win the NBA championship, then I give you something. But you ain't, man, this crap, man. Don't nobody care about this. Celtics don't care about this. We don't care about that. We're looking for 20.
Can't wait till y'all win one. And then you got to put a banner up and you got to sit here and eat crow.
Just because y'all put that first banner up, now it's mandatory. Oh, man.
Dude, it's
hilarious.
What part of this aren't you getting?
I get what you say. It's still humorous to me.
This is the commissioner's baby. This is his pet project. he is not going to let his pet project fall by the wayside.
It's weak.
Okay.
It's weak to everybody but you.
I enjoy the creativity on the floors. I do enjoy that. They're pretty cool.
Hold on.
You don't need a banner for it, dude. You don't need a banner for it.
You're mistaking me.
National
Understand
championship.
what the commissioner is saying with what I want. I don't want us to have that banner up, but I know the commissioner is going to push that banner because this is his pet project.
It sucks.
That's the part you're not getting. Like, this is
I
what he's pushed for.
I get.
This is the European basketball influence in the NBA.
What's up?
This is what they do over there.
But this is the kicker of it is we've always said that the NBA doesn't matter between now and Christmas. So they're trying to make the NBA matter now.
I know what they're trying to do, man. Now, right? I'm not. But it's weak.
If you want it to matter, have relegation. It'll matter then to everybody.
It's weak.
And the Wizards would have been relegated 5 years ago. Maybe 20.
They've been rebuilding since 1979. Shit.
Exactly.
No bullshit. Sonic, Seattle Supersonics.
All right, guys. You guys got anything else before we get out?
I got two things. One, instead of watching NBA Cup, I'm going to be watching Bud Crawford highlights. Shout out to Bud Crawford, the 5-time division world champion of the world. Aside from Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, he's my favorite boxer of the last decade by far, bar none. Just a badass dude. So shout out to him. I think he'll be back. Obviously, there's some stuff going on with the WBA and the WBC with his title and all that. That'll the dust will settle and he'll have one more swan song. Hopefully. Mm-hmm. And the second thing is, guys, I got to put this on your radar. I'm a golf guy, but the TGL Tomorrow Golf League will be starting back up on the 28th of December in prime time, right? So
when did it stop?
It stopped. It goes from December to February.
And so what is it? Tomorrow Golf League?
It's an indoor simulator golf league.
Okay.
Justin Thomas's team, the Atlanta Drive, won the championship last year. So they'll be starting off this year against New York Golf Club, which has Ricky Fowler, Matt Fitzpatrick, and those boys. So just something to keep your eye on. It's something that the common fan can pay attention to. It's on ESPN. It's on prime time. Trying to do my job here with the network, promoting the game of golf here a little bit. So I'll be reminding as we get a little closer to that date that event's going to be kicking off that TGL season.
Yes, I recall now. Yes, I do recall. Just need a little splaining.
There you go. That's it for me.
But I got something to bring up a little bit. I'm not an NFL Pro Bowl fan because I think it's crap. It's flag football now, basically, man. But Jerry Rice and Steve Young have been announced as the coaches of the Pro Bowl this year. I think that's pretty cool. That's Ryder, what you working with?
We got a couple comments. So I just want to make sure I hit. Art runs recklessly for a quarterback. Need to teach him how to run smart. Well, I mean, he just told you in the interview that this ain't soccer. So he's going to keep playing the way he wants to play. So I don't think this young man will get the hint or understand it. Next comment from Maddie. Best part of the NBA Cup final tonight is no more of those shit courts.
Yes.
We can all agree.
I like the different courts. I don't mind.
I don't. They too loud. My court is wood.
And then the last one is Jack, who is number one in Pick'em.
Oh, Showtime. I give her that. Here goes Sarah. Here goes Showtime, Sarah. Dat.
All right. Anything else from you guys before we get out of here?
I'm good.
All right. So tomorrow on the network, we have Nothing But Net at 7:30. That's our NBA show. And then right after that, we have the Gentleman Jack Carr at 8 p.m. with in the passenger seat. I'm sorry. And Joe Wooten as the guest. And with that being said, we'd like to thank everybody that watched, everybody that commented, everybody that jumped in and had something to say, and helped us create a good show like tonight. Since you guys don't have anything else to say, I'm gonna sign us out. I'm the Midnight Rider. That's the correspondent. That's the Gentleman Jack. In the words of KG, because this is how he normally ends every show, we don't do any overtime, but I think we did. But talk to you later.